Yo, I'm Captain America. I got these guys hooked. These kids love me.
We did the beanbag toss.
I'm doing the cool stuff. I'm posing. I think showing off my deep throat skills is the next thing to go.
My big finisher.
My big finisher is my big finisher.
Yo.
So you can. Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Yo.
Yep.
At least it wasn't like a DMX sound to start off, just as I was trying to talk. That's good. But you know what? Let's keep it. What's up, guys? I am Thomas, Dope as Yola, whatever you want to call me. Welcome back to the Dope as Usual podcast. I am here with my co-host, Marty O'Neill.
What's up, folks?
What's up? That was soft. We did 4 intros
to the podcast today.
We did 4. Marty's here to serve you tea and do stretches the way he just talked right now. How are you? How's everything going, guys? Let's get over some quick updates. Then we're going to get straight into some stories. Oh, yeah. Rosie got her braces off yesterday or 2 days ago. It's been 8 years.
I can't imagine.
Almost 8 years. And everybody has asked, like, why? Because her first dentist, we had to sue because he was just leaving them on and going back, adjusting here, adjusting there, adjusting. He got sued by like 40-something patients because he was just taxing people. And Merced, yeah, Dr. Probst sucks. So we got all of our money back, and then she had to start again.
But how many years was that?
That was 3.5 years. And we were driving back from LA to Merced because she didn't want to switch her doctors. When we moved to LA, we were going back. We were using it as an excuse to visit. But yeah, she got him off finally, which is wild. Finally off. Besides that, yeah, right at the second this episode is over, literally the second it's over, I'm getting in an Uber. I'm going straight to Vegas. Me and Rosie are going to go hang out. We're going to go hang out for a couple of days. We for our anniversary, we never do anything. We never go anywhere. So we decided a month later, we're going to go do something for our anniversary. So yeah, we're going straight to Vegas after this. I'm not working. I'm not doing an event. I'm not bringing my camera. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going. So that's going to be really cool. That's going to be fun.
How many years about?
12.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
3 high schools.
3 high schools. Yes, 3 high school grips. That's crazy.
High school is such a lifetime.
High school
Then you get out and then 4 years just start.
Oh, yeah. I remember it was 10 days after my 8th grade graduation. I was walking my grandma Dolores' house. I took her right to the bathroom and I went, it's been 10 days since I'm out of 8th grade. Wow. What's it going to be like in 10 years? Mm-hmm. I always do that. I'm like, all right, 3 years later. And I'll get that and go, hey, all right. I do that all the time. Mm-hmm. I've been doing it for, I remember my 18th, I was like a week after I turned 18, I was walking to job placement, temporary job placement places that didn't have a car.
Yep.
I was I had a car, but I didn't have a license. Mm-hmm. And I had to get it when I was 18. Anyway, it was dumb. And I was walking across Merced. And walking across where I started my whole drug business, I was walking right and back and forth in front of my old apartment with Jeebus. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get started. Let's start talking. Let's start getting into some more stuff. Marty, I see you have some notes.
Just a couple light notes here, guys. This is a nice December episode. We're just catching up real quick. We got a couple new guests booked. Generally, Decembers are going to be mostly solo episodes because people are out doing holiday things and whatnot.
Yup.
We don't like to bother anybody.
Well, we'll bother you.
We'll bother you. That's kind of a lie. We do.
Yeah, we'll bother you. We'll be like, hey man,
if I notice you're in LA, I don't care what, where, when.
If you got the app, if you got the chance, you just let us know. Because remember, guys, a lot of people are like, why don't you just get Adam Sandler? Why don't you just get Adam Sandler? If it was that like reachable, he wouldn't be Adam Sandler. That is the point. You can't just go high-five LeBron James because you feel like it.
Sure.
You know, so like I think people think that we're famous because people like you go get him. Go, how? Tell me, do you know an inside person? Maybe their manager, because it's not just public.
We'll hit you up.
Yeah, we'll hit you up.
I'm shocked every time anybody comes on
in the DM and on the comments. But people are like, man, you should get him. Like, hit him up. Get him on your show. Like, I will. I wish. I can't just go. You're on. Sit down. It doesn't work that way. Could you imagine if I just walk up to The Rock? Get over here. Sit down. Could you imagine? He just,
Sorry.
Sorry. I didn't realize I was in the presence of wrestling legacy. Like, no, it's not. I just swanton bombed a lot in 6th grade. Yeah, we can't just do that. So we're trying. But also December is hard because people are doing stuff. People are going. Not everybody's from LA, so they go back home. The holidays, you know. So we have. Can we? Yeah, we can talk. We have comedian Brad Williams next Tuesday, and also the same day we're filming with the second episode with Sean Solo Franklin. The last time he was here, he was like, "Man, you should move." And then I ended up moving not far away from him. And then yesterday I'm looking for a new house and I'm pulling up to the gate and someone just honking at me. I'm like, "Oh God, all right." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot you got a new car." And it was Sean. And it was just wild timing. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm about to go probably move next to you." And it's the next block over. Like it's the next block over. And I thought that was very random, but
what better timing? Like this, but the second episode with him has been kind of in the works for a while. But now that GTA 6 trailer,
GTA 6 just dropped. Let's get some inside information.
That's looking like it's going to be the Christmas episode as well, folks. So we might put together a nice little giveaway.
That would be awesome. All right, so we're Brad Williams, Solo Sean, and on to our next topic. If you watched last week's episode, we talked a lot about a certain topic, the cookies burner topic. Nothing bad was said. We just put it out there. It was literally called Clear in the Air for a reason. It just needed to be said because it got too awkward for everybody asking so many times and me just lying. Yeah, I'm sure we'll connect. Like, you know how goofy I feel going, that's not true. That's not the truth. It's weird.
Yeah.
Not saying the truth is very weird.
You don't want to ever be like lying for somebody you don't know.
I'm like, mine just to save face,
Yeah.
but not mine. Anyway, put the episode out. Right? Next day, Pie Guy. We actually talked to Pie Guy about a Pie Guy in the episode. So Pie Guy reached out, exchanged some numbers, and then I got a call from Burner. It was very odd hearing him on the phone. Like, oh yeah, huh? Weird. I mean, I know people's music. It's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very like, oh, it's your phone voice. And oh, you sound the same. It was just rapper shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So, we just talked it out, man. Talked it out. We went over exactly what we needed to go over. It is exactly what I thought it was. It is exactly who I thought it was. Everything.
Wow.
Yeah, down to the T. And more. Actually, and more. So
It sounds like a whole movie.
Yeah, the stuff I told you. I mean, we're not going to get into everything, but yeah. Sounds like a movie, and we're fine, right? So he's like, all right, come out. We'll film the episode. Blah, blah. Marty and I do not like to film episodes outside of the studio. We lose our feel. It's not us. It's not. And plus, I'm not taking all this shit.
Can you imagine?
All right, let's take these lights. Because no, we need our look. So he's super busy right now. So me and him talked about it. The second he can come to LA, we're going to film down here. And we'll get that episode out. Yeah, he's like, all right, we got a bunch of, he's like, I know you like smoking, so I got a bunch of strains coming out. We should just chill and smoke. I'm like, yeah, I'm down.
Exactly
what it should be. Exactly. And he said what I said, like, we're both California and brown, fool. I know that. That is what I'm saying. Like, this is the ultimate should not happen. This is the ultimate awkwardness that should not be. Anyway, yeah. Cool.
You just dropped a new project with OGZ.
With OGZ, yeah, we were supposed to get. We were talking to OGZ's manager. I was getting the stuff from OG today. OG is linking me with OGZ, which is kind of funny.
The cover art for the shit is sick.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice. So yeah, we're supposed to get OGZ on soon too. A lot in the works, guys. A lot of stuff in the works. But yeah, that leads us into the end of December. And yeah, we're pumping out some solos. I hope you guys like them. Well, how long have we been here?
About 15.
I think we're okay.
Yeah. And if you have any questions for Brad or if you have any questions for Franklin,
drop the questions for Franklin. Anything you want to know about Grand Theft Auto 6 and he's allowed to talk about, we're going to talk about. This is an exclusive GTA interview.
We're friends now. Right?
Oh.
Like last time we were starstruck damn near when you came in here. But
I mean, I knew
not you so much.
I knew Sean very well, but
No, he knows.
Now it's
us.
like, no, he's been in my house like
knows
5
the
times.
show.
We've been chilling.
Yeah.
Been in his house all the time. I see him all the time.
I see his shit on Instagram every day. I'm always like seeing what he posts.
His brother lives right next door, like a couple houses away from me.
Mm-hmm.
So I see him often.
Yeah.
He passes by. I always see him.
He's always showing love and shit.
Yeah, dude, I pulled up on him on the freeway and he was wearing a podcast shirt. Wow, I was on the entrance. He rolled the window down. I'm like, oh. And again, he got another car. I was like, oh, who's this fool honking at me? Rolls it down. I'm like, oh, what's up? He goes, my life, man. This is crazy. Also, real quick, something that made me, I don't know if you saw it. In the live chat, I asked him 5 times to explain it. Somebody's like, yo, Tommy Chong was in my dispensary yesterday in Arizona. And I brought you up. And he says he's so excited to be on the show because he could spread his message to the younger audience.
Wow.
And he says he loved being on the show.
The fact that he remembers me.
And I was like, he remembered us? He goes, I got to be honest. At first, he's like, which show?
Of course.
I don't know that name. And he goes, the 2 dudes, one of them from Mercedes. Oh, yeah. The dope as usual, the shirts. Because he wore our shirt during the Rams game, and they had him on the Jumbotron with dope as usual on, which is crazy. And that made my whole day.
Yeah. Crazy.
That made my whole day. He's like saying it said Mercedes. He goes, oh, yeah, with all the colors. I go, yes, with all the colors on the wall.
Exactly.
It's hot.
That's branding.
Yes. Very cool.
So cool.
That was very cool.
Like when things like that happen, or when you get like a really, really, really nice comment, you really got to sit back and let it sink in.
Yeah.
Because
I screenshotted it.
Comment will sting you hard.
And then I erased it a day later.
Stuff like that is like, wow, that's wild. Shit is crazy. Stuff happening like this.
Oh, yeah, dude. Anytime like that, I screenshot that on my computer because I'm on the computer. And then when I'm like, oh, you're out of space? I don't need the screenshot. It's okay. I'll just, all right, soaked it and stuff. That's how I do all, when I find screenshots, it's usually on my computer and I'm control something 4 and I drag it and screenshot that. Besides that, oh, real quick, shout out to everybody. I think it was Woodland Hills at the tree spot. Almost everybody that worked there was a fan. It was so awesome.
What's that again?
I was getting a Christmas tree and almost like 3 or 4 dudes that worked there were fans, and I was so stoked.
They helped you get a tree?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. I was getting a tree.
You got a real one?
Yeah.
Threw that bitch in the back of the AMG?
No, Marty. Ralph's truck.
Oh, okay.
No, Marty would not do that. Ever.
Okay,
I'll go get a fake tree. No.
Yeah, okay.
No. We almost got a 19-foot tree, damn near. Oh, no, 15-foot tree, but it looked like the Charlie Brown one. It was all like this. It wasn't full. It looked like a bonsai tree almost. It was so thin. And I was like, wow, I've never had a huge tree.
The one you got is so sick.
It'll fit.
When you showed Emmy, the sound she made of Christmas joy was like, wow.
That's why Rosie got it. We have no children. There's no children at our house, but we have like 4 homies with kids that are near. So Rosie got this crazy tree. We did all this Grinch stuff everywhere. She got a fake Grinch lower body that sits in the tree, so it looks like he's in your tree, and then a fake arm that's in it with a hand, so it looks like he's wrapping himself in the tree to grab your presents. Yeah. Oh, also we are hiring a Grinch impersonator for Johnny, our nephew, and we can't do it to Sophia, John's daughter. She'll freak out. We're gonna hire. It's only $30 an hour.
For Aaron to dress up as the Grinch?
No, it's an actual guy that with the outfit and everything. And we're going to have him break into our house and steal all of Johnny's stuff in front of him.
Oh, God. Just to fuck with him?
Yeah, because we're up top. So I'm like, who's here? Come on. And we're going to walk down. Ah! And I told Rosie, a second we see him, I'm going, I'm getting my gun. And then Johnny's going to lose his mind. Could you imagine a full-size grown man in a Grinch? It looks like the Grinch looking up, taking all the presents. I would be scarred forever. And then right after, I'd be like, it's fake.
No, you got to have a big ass Nerf gun on deck. You'd be like, here, take this. No, hand it to him. Don't get my gun. See what he does.
Oh, he would lose his. He's gonna lose his mind. No, he's gonna freak out. He's definitely going to lose his mind.
That's some horrific, dramatic shit
But
to do to a kid at
that's
Christmas.
he's not a little boy.
Okay, yeah.
He's like 7.
Okay.
But he's 12
Yeah,
in his
nah,
head.
this is like-
I have full conversations with this kid. I would never do it to a kid that would go and lose their mind. He's just gonna freak out and like, oh my god, it's real. Like he's a boy.
A few moments of terror.
He's gonna
Like
hold
the
us like
diarrhea
that.
prank. Yeah.
Yeah, like the diet, but not like that. He's gonna be funny, or he just loves it.
Did I ever tell you about the Captain America we hired for his Cam's birthday one year?
No,
This motherfucker.
what? Drunk? Oh,
joints. I don't know what this fool was on. I got a video of it though. He shows up probably a half hour late. We're like wondering where he is to the point that I'm getting ready to go to Walmart and get some sort of costume and come back as Captain America. Okay, then finally he gets there. He comes over our back wall, which was completely unnecessary and super tall. And he literally
Wait, your back wall? What was behind the wall?
like a hill to the street.
Did he know? Did you talk to you prior?
Yeah, he came and pulled up. We finally saw him, and then he said, "I'm gonna do my thing." We said, "All right." Next thing we know, he's falling over the top of the wall because it's like a hill with trees and stuff. So literally, you hear everybody kind of looks over, and he like gets up and dusts himself off and shit. And now he's Captain America, and he's coming down our hill, completely unnecessary. So off top, we're like, "All right, bro." Bro's late. He's all disheveled. He comes over the wall, like not expected. Then he's just super like all over the place with all his stuff. And then he pulls out the balloons that you twist and make animals with. I never showed you this video. This is insane. And he starts deep throating these balloons.
Stop.
Right down the hatch. Stop. And everybody's like,
Stop it.
April's whole family. My mom was there. April's mom was there. Everybody. And they're like
he didn't.
mortified.
No.
He does it like twice. He's dancing around. His button flies off. All kinds of wild shit's happening.
Is he in shape at least?
Yeah, he's built. He's like a big lanky white dude. He looked like Captain America. He wasn't he jacked. Like he looked like me. So his costume was all wild. I'm gonna pop up a video. I know I'm gonna be able to download it somewhere. But yeah, this fool Captain America came through and deep throated about three footers as his big balloon trick, and everybody was like between uncomfortable and like dying laughing. You'll see in the footage.
Real quick breakdown.
We were like,
He knows it's a kid's party. He's
I
Captain
was
America.
like, bro, I was saying in the thing, bro, wrong party.
All right.
Anyway.
Wow.
Wrong party.
So wait.
Captain America.
He's like, yo, I'm Captain America. I got these guys hooked. These kids love me.
He did the beanbag
I'm
toss.
doing the cool stuff. I'm posing. I think showing off my deep throat skills is the next thing to go.
My big finisher.
My big finisher is my big finisher. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard, Marty.
Right?
Why?
It was in real life too. We were shocked.
What?
This was not what we
I
expected.
believe you about the balloon thing because I told you I went to Tim Burton. I've talked about this before. I went to the Tim Burton experience, the restaurant, the Tim Burton restaurant. Never go. Never go. Never, ever, ever, ever waste
In
your
LA?
money. I went, the Tim Burton. Exactly. I don't waste your money. I went about 4 years ago, and all they did was play clips, like a 4-minute highlight reel of different movies he's done on the wall in a darker restaurant. I actually have the Yelp, and I will show it. I've talked about this before. The entertainment was a girl that walked around the room, table to table, and deep-throated balloons, just like you said. So that's why I went, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. But I'm not done. As it's in here, she goes, pulls a pin out and pops the balloon in her throat. And then goes, and bows.
I assumed bro had a little pin somewhere on his tongue or some shit that he was like letting the air out of it. Because I'm like, there's no.
No. He is deep throating it.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt. There's got to be some magic going on.
He's deep throating it.
They were not small balloons.
But if we have anybody in the comments that is a balloon artist, is that a feature that is always taught? Like Adobe. You know, like
Photoshop,
Photoshopping, like you know how to clown, backflips,
giraffes,
animals, deep throating.
Let us know.
Is that why? I love that. That was incredible. I don't know how we got on the topic, but we started off with Grand Theft Auto and ended up on Captain America deep throating balloons at a kid's party. I wish he was just drunk too.
There had to be something.
That would have made it better.
He might have been drunk a few hours before. He wasn't sloppy, but he was like clumsy and he was on one off of something.
That sounds incredible.
Just in general, you're just, your day job is you're just Captain America with kids, but you're just wild.
Captain America with kids. Sounds good. I like that. Sounds like my book, Captain America, but with kids.
Right.
Meaning I beat the shit out of kids. Yeah, we're gonna get flagged. Are we gonna get on? Let's get on this. We didn't even start. What's popping? All right, I see you put it on there.
Yeah,
Tesla truck review.
So Marquez Brownlee just did this.
What'd you say?
Marquez Brownlee, the dude.
I thought you said Mark Ass Brownie. I was like, what the fuck's a Mark Ass Brownie? I swear to God, what, is that a YouTuber? Mark Ass Brownie reviewed this truck. That's a cool name.
He, super famous YouTuber dude.
Oh, he reviews cars?
He reviewed the new Cybertruck that just came out. So it's got like 17 million views already. It's something ridiculous. I mean, all his reviews do numbers, like huge numbers, but this is like, people have been waiting on this. It's been 4 years since they first did that unveiling of it.
And the window broke.
Yeah. And now you're seeing Rogan shooting bows at it. They're filming
I didn't see that.
Well, Elon just went on Rogan's podcast and they shot arrows at it.
Really?
Yeah, they shot guns at it on the other thing I saw online.
It's bulletproof?
I think it is.
The car.
The version they shot looked like it sure stopped the bullets.
Like the car or the windows?
Not the window, the car. It's like.
But isn't that like the most logical thing? Like, everything else don't get shot bulletproof. Just my neck up, tear it to pieces.
It's worthless without the bulletproof windows. Maybe they are.
It has to be, dude.
It's like one big piece of glass all the way front and back. It's the biggest windshield wiper ever.
Oh, wow.
One giant windshield wiper, all complete. There's not a rounded line on it. It's got 2 motors. Goes 0 to 60 super fast. It looks like to me something. It doesn't have any branding on it.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like a Mad Max apocalypse.
It looks
vehicle.
just like Mad Max.
Okay, so
100% agree.
Okay, so that's what that is, and it's not some minimalist modern aesthetic.
Okay, so he did the review on it. It's out. People can buy it now.
I think maybe like if you bought it, they're starting to make them to get your orders, but it has like they put like a liner in the back now, so it's got this giant like back flatbed.
I see the back. I see it at the.
It was
museum.
Stainless steel when they first released it. Now it's lined, but you hit a button and it goes up, and then it like goes up and down, and it reveals like a back window to the truck. So it's like automatic. It's got power outlets back there. They got the front truck.
I saw something that you could charge. You could charge an electric car off the Tesla truck. I saw something like that on TikTok last night. That has ports that you could charge an electric car off the truck.
They said Tesla was a battery company that got into making cars. So that makes sense.
I get it.
I don't know much about this other than watching his review. He's great at his reviews. There's nothing crazy about it. He's just very to the point and clean in his explanation of things. But I wanted to get your take on this truck. What are your thoughts on it? Is it ugly? Is it stupid? Is it cool?
I think it's ugly but cool looking, and I think ugly but cool looking is like the kind of shoes I like.
Exactly.
The Lil Wayne Supras are my favorite shoe almost, and they were the ugliest, weirdest looking moon boot you ever saw. But I love them, and I still have them. I'll never get rid of them. So
do you
it's
think we're
very
gonna be
ugly.
seeing them on the streets? Are they going to be normal?
I saw. Well, no, I saw at the museum. It had the ATV that goes in the back. It comes with the ATV. It was pretty cool.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it matched the car and everything. It was pretty cool.
Sick.
Yeah, it matched it. It was sick. I think they're cool. I was just talking about this the other day. Don't care about electric cars. Don't care. I will not get one until it is necessary and or forced upon me. Because if I need to get away and I go, give me 28 minutes, gotta charge. No. And I just made this point the other day because Trent just preaches how much Tesla is so much better than everything. That's all Trent talks about. And he goes, what about in the apocalypse, man? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, in the apocalypse, I will go to a gas station and dig up the ground and siphon the gas out if I have to. So the pumps won't work without electricity. I will figure that out. I can bust through the ground eventually.
It'd be sick if they had solar on them.
Well, and he said, what about solar? I go, well, I don't know how to use that. I don't know how to harness energy.
But what if it was just built into the car?
He said, what about solar panels on the car? I go,
yeah, that is. I'm surprised it's not like
that's
that.
That's why I said that's perfect. But don't tell me that when I go home go to Merced, when I go to last year, when I went to Merced and every year before, when I go back, there is a 1.5 mile long line of Teslas waiting to use the charging station right off the grapevine.
How many miles is it there? Do you know?
No,
Because you can get 350 miles on this.
I'm not sure. But
it needs a portable charging pack.
Yeah, hours to wait to charge.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Oh, my 4-hour trip turned into 6.
I would hate that so much.
I wouldn't do that. I'd rather pay more. I'll pay you more. I'll pay you more for gas. Just so I don't have to wait 2 hours with everyone over there just sitting in a line. No, thank you.
I guess it's good if you never go anywhere.
I could go make the money to make the gas in the time I waited to charge my car to save the money for the gas.
Yeah.
No.
Is the Maybach horrible on gas?
Surprisingly, no. Nope. Not at all.
How much does it take to fill it up?
Like maybe like 120. But it's 91.
Yeah.
So it's not bad.
I thought you were going to say something ridiculous.
No, it's not bad. Rosie's car's like 90.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. I mean, for a V12.
You got them both back in working condition now? Nice.
There's at the house.
Nice.
At the house, chilling. So yeah, Tesla truck review. It looks cool. Not for me. When it comes time, we'll go on there.
It looks giant on the interior. It's got the seats are different, so the person sitting behind you can like really comfortably slide their back feet under the seat.
Oh, that's cool.
So a couple little things, but yeah, it looks good in a zombie apocalypse for sure.
Yeah, zombie apocalypse. I'll run
Unless those windows aren't bulletproof, what are we doing? But then again, can you really have bulletproof windows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can.
There's hella bulletproof windows. There's hella bulletproof cars. Hell yeah. It's not even that much. It's like $70K to bulletproof your car, I think. I mean, not that much. I'm saying if you need a bulletproof car, you're probably making so much damn money that $70K is like, here. Wait, hold on. Here.
Yeah.
Here's the rest of it. You know? Okay. WTF of the week? New segment. And I know nothing about it because it's just If this is about stuff that's going to get us flagged, Marty.
This is sports talk.
It's not, though, because I think you're going to talk about violence.
Hold on. Let me just air this off.
You're about to talk about violence. And what happened to the April and Rosie episode? Age restricted. Immediately. Why? Because we talked about Puffy Combs.
All right. We gave this fool, I think I saw 120 million. I could be a 6-year deal.
Wow.
Like, we could have did so much with that.
So the Bills picked up Von Miller.
Yeah, in 2022.
Okay.
And he's been hurt ever since. He tore his ACL immediately. And he's been sitting out. I think he might have seen a few minutes. If he has played, I haven't really heard his name. He's just getting ready to come back. He was cleared to play. We got the Chiefs coming up. We just went and beat ourselves against the Eagles last week. And now we got the Chiefs coming up. And we were supposed to have Von Miller back in full force, but he went and caught a case related to violence within the home.
Oh, that was a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Great way to put it. So I would have been, he made bitches up. But I like the way you put it. Bitch is not a cuss word.
Yeah. And the Bills are like, we're going to let the justice system play this out. He's still on
Getting
board.
paid?
I think he's still going to play. Yeah. I think he went to jail. I could be I didn't look super deep into this, but it's just the, WTF of the week. Bro.
Is this all CTE? Why is it so many
I don't know.
athletes? Like
you're trained, and it's just
assault charges,
it's
bro.
your second nature to just slam people. Like you're a professional body slammer.
Yeah.
It's so you're close to violence.
I guess so. Yeah.
Just in your wiring.
I don't see how you can be like, I married you. I'm gonna throw you through this wall.
I was telling Cam
what?
earlier. I was telling Cam about my boy Doug. I showed my boy that went to the NFL that I went to high school with. I showed him his picture. He posted the most gangster picture of all time. Him in like his living room. He's got just giant trophies lining up all sides of the frame and stuff. And I was trying to describe to Cam how different he was in high school, how everybody knew he was going to be the one that goes. And like him just like, he was just barely wrestling around with this kid in the locker room. Kid was my size, but yoked, brick back, jacked, shredded. Doug just playing around with him, picks him up, hoists him up through the ceiling tiles, knocks all the ceiling tiles out, bros up in the ceiling, and like accidentally. Doug's like 6'7". He did 7 years in the league.
Lineman, offensive lineman.
Something like that. I don't know all the positions, but
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is like I could see how you're close. You have a crazy temper. You could easily hurt somebody. I don't know the details of it, but all I'm saying is, what the fuck of the week, bro? For 120 mil, let's just get you on the field and like be a superstar that we know you can be. That's all I want. Same with Diggs. He's starting to do it. Diggs was quiet for a very long time. Starting to get back in the mix a little bit. Josh is starting to do his thing. We could have beat the Eagles last week very easily. We were beating them bad, and we beat ourselves in the second half.
Foosball. I haven't watched one. I watched 8 minutes the other. No, I watched 4 plays the other day. It's the most I've watched this whole season. It's crazy. It was Sunday morning. I woke up on Sunday morning, went, let's watch football. Went downstairs, went, I'm good. I watched it for a few plays, went.
You got to start placing some bets this week.
Go that way. And I went to my kitchen.
Yeah. That's when April started carrying, when she started doing little betting stuff.
That just means I'm stressing. I don't know about carrying. I think it was just come on. Like, I don't like that.
I hate watching. I talk shit about your colors, your city, your coach, who it looks like. Uniform,
talk about your colors,
your branding, your logo.
your city and your logo. In 9th grade, we were doing the powerlifting, for football. And this kid, Richard, he was like 6'5". We were in freshman year. He lived by me and Anthony Avila. And I remember he was so big and just awkward. He was a giant kid, like a big kid. He wasn't a skinny 6'5". He was a big 6'5". And I remember doing power clean. Power clean, the lift?
Yeah. Over the head?
No, right here.
Yeah.
Catch. Come up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing that's my worst lift. I don't have this bend right here. My wrists don't bend more than that. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's hard for me to power clean. I can't really hold it. See, all this is hurting already. Since I was younger, I can't do it. Anyway, I was doing like 170. Not a lot, but it's a lot. I was doing like 170, it was freshman year. I was doing it. I got under there and it hurt. And Richard, it was like his first day lifting with us. He was doing bench. He's a weak ass upper body. I don't know what happened. He was not very big, but he was squatting a lot. He's one of those guys that's so big his feet go sideways when he runs. He was a 6'5" giant lineman, right? I remember I'm like, dude, try the power clean. He's like, oh. I'm like, so you go down. I'm showing him how to do it. He's so big and awkward. He's gonna have to do like a jackknife to get up. He's like so big that he's not gonna fluidly come up. He's just and he's like a husky dude. And I remember like, dude, the goal is to pick it up as hard as you possibly can. Drop your body under it. Don't try to pick it up to your chin. Try to get it up to your chest. Drop under it. Catch it. That's how you power clean. That's how you do. That's how you see him drop. So I did it. I showed him. And this fool gets under. Goes, I'm like, hard as you can. Drop under. I should have put 250 on. Didn't know. This kid just goes, hits himself right in the face of the bar, knocks himself almost out, clean backward off the little platform right on his back. Bam! Drops the weight and everything. He just goes, down there, knocked himself asleep, dude. Knocked himself right in the top of the teeth.
No.
I swear to God, it was too light.
God.
And he was like expecting it to like, and he just went, hit himself right in the face. Fell back. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. He wasn't concussed or anything, but the next day they moved him to JV. They were like, dude, you're too big. We need you. We need you not on the freshman team. I'm sorry, the next year they moved him to varsity, not JV. So as a sophomore, at the end of freshman year, they're like, you're going to be on the senior team. He's too big. But yeah, I saw him almost break his teeth out.
I got bumped up to varsity my freshman year for playoffs.
For basketball? Damn.
I got in at the end of the game and airballed the free throw. Wah, wah, wah.
Did you really? Oh. As you say that, I dropped my mouthpiece in the ash. Just as you did the sound effect. Oh. Bitch. That's okay. 2 years in a row, I struck out with bases loaded down by 3 in baseball. Same team, same pitcher, same school.
I in middle school, 2 plays back to back, moved on the foul line while somebody was shooting.
Oh!
So, yo, the parents were like, bro. I didn't really realize you couldn't do that so much. I mean, I knew it, but like, okay, bro had the ball, then you like move spots, like a spot closer to him. And then I was like flustered. They called the penalty on me, gave the ball, and I'm like, oh, shit. I tried to like move spots again. That might have been freshman year 2.
Freshman year, I'm a center, and it was on 3, and on 2, and I already stuttered, and I tried to go back before anybody saw it. I went because I started to move. Can't move the ball at all.
Yeah.
I can move my arm, move my body, can't move my wrist or my ball. So what? On 3, and I went on 2, and I tried to put it back, and my whole line jumped. And we got pushed back. And I were looking like, damn, we're at the 9-yard line. This is not good. Now we're at the 4-yard line. Okay. I remember everybody looking at me like full for real. Hey, forgot. Also, I'm the captain. I beat all of you for your spot. I will outbench all of you. Shut up.
That's
the
always
first
nice to have
mistake.
that, yeah.
First mistake of the year, right? Shut up. That's how I felt. Like, don't ever say some shit to me, fool. I'll school all you fools right now. Don't say that. Criticize me one thing. Don't make fun of me, man, because I didn't make fun of you when you were 3rd string.
Yeah, everybody fucks up out there.
2 guys are hurt. That's why you're playing right now. Do you want me to say that? You're 3rd string, asshole.
I went to inbound the ball to my boy Khalil, who I literally played with every day. We played games, one-on-one games that took multiple days. The score went so high, and meaning we were just super familiar with each other. And I went to inbound it to him, clean over his head out of bounds. Did that stupid shit one time.
That's cool. Man, see, I told you not to bring this white kid over here, man. That's his first thing. I know he just scored 60, but I told you not to bring him.
So embarrassing.
All that kind of shit's embarrassing. And what does this mean? Tommy G clip clarification.
Oh, well, I posted up this cool clip of Tommy G yesterday. So many people didn't realize he had been on the show. Like, a lot of the people in the comments were like, bro, I can't wait for this shit to drop. So anybody that's confused why this is a solo episode today, he was our first guest of season 3. When we were in the other studio.
We were at a different spot, different studio. We were with an agency. We went our separate ways, but there's 14 episodes with them.
We didn't really put the episode out like that because we didn't love, like, it was in 1080 as opposed to 4K. The audio mix was different. So, like, that was a great episode, but we really didn't put it out there like that. We need another one. We need another one with Tommy G because he's, like, such a G. Even behind the scenes, he's making G moves all the time, just being a cool dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shout out to
DJ
Tommy
Drama on, too.
Yeah, everybody that, exactly.
Everybody we interviewed at the other spot needs to come back. We need to redo it.
I was just DMing with Drama, telling him we need Jack Harlow or whoever he can out here. You know, he's all tied in with.
Jack Harlow would be cool. Yeah. I'm down. Hey, what's up, guys? Taking a moment to talk about one of our sponsors, and this is Raw Papers. As you can see, I have a ridiculous contraption on my head, but Epic? Right now on Instagram, go to Raw Life 247. Let them know Dope as Usual podcast sent you. If you guys already don't follow Raw on social media, they're constantly doing giveaways, constantly doing givebacks, fan interaction, art contests. So go ahead and make sure you follow them on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Last week, we did a $300 Raw box giveaway. Shout out to Ford Chuck Jones. Shout out to you for winning the box. All you got to do is follow our Instagram and follow Raw's Instagram. We do collaborative posts. We're just trying to give back to the fans. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for smoking the brand. We appreciate it. And it's Christmas time, guys. Wouldn't this make an amazing gift? This is just cool. So go to rawauthentic.com to check out all items they offer. This is one of many ridiculous things. There's a Frisbee with a hole in it, so you can put a joint in there and throw it to your homie. Raw, thank you for sponsoring the show. Thank you for everything. Thank you for lacing up all of our customers, all of our friends, all of our fans. Thank you so much. Once again, go to Raw Life 247 on Instagram. Let them know the Dope as Usual podcast sent you. As always, guys, thank you so much for supporting the brands that support us. Have a dope ass day. Hey, what's up, guys? Last week, if you watched the episode, then you saw that Marty and I won $437 on MyBookie. The first time we've ever bet, and we won. There's a lot of football. There's a lot of UFC going on. But one thing we don't talk about too much that I think we should is MyBookie's casino. They have a virtual casino on the app. Blackjack, slots, video poker, Texas Hold'em, roulette. There's tournaments, Christmas games. There's much more than just betting on millionaires running down fields and hitting balls. You can try to become a millionaire yourself and go bet on MyBookie's casino. Click the link below the video. No matter what platform you're watching, click the link with MyBookie. That's our link. And if you sign up, spend $50 and MyBookie will match it 10% all the way up to $200 deposit. Listen to that. If you're already signed up for MyBookie, make your friends sign up for MyBookie and take advantage of this brand new deal. If you like to gamble and you gamble online, you might as well gamble with MyBookie, and you're supporting the Dope as Usual podcast. Make sure to click our link. Remember, with that link, you bet $50 on your first deposit. MyBookie will match you 10% all the way up to $200 bet. Thank you for supporting the brands that support us. Shout out to MyBookie. Back to the episode. Okay, so check this out, guys. We're coming up on the end of season 5 of Storytime. I don't know how to keep it going without being stagnant or being the same feel. Like it's getting harder to just tell a story on camera. Like, yeah, but it's gonna be age restricted and blocked. Like, I gotta find a new method then, because I'm not gonna talk about it too much. You guys know I'm very, for my Dope as Yola channel, my YouTube channel is very restricted. It used to be not. They just started blurring all my thumbnails yesterday. Did you see it? No? All of my thumbnails are blurred until you open the video and watch it. But you'll never see the thumbnail because you don't play the thumbnail in the video. So the thumbnail you will never see. All of my thumbnails are now blurred on YouTube.
Totally blurred?
Blurred. Can't see a thing. All right? But you're logged in there. That's why. Yeah, unsubscribe.
No, I'm in an incognito window.
Oh, weird. Every single person, it was all blurred yesterday.
Oof, that would be horrible.
Oh, no. I even posted the video. Because Eric, same thing.
Maybe
some of his videos age restricted or something.
Maybe if it's somebody who's logged in who's not 18.
That I don't know. But here we go. Very uphill battle right now. I'm trying to figure it out because a lot of my videos are getting blocked. The other day I got 14,000 views in one day on a video. And I'm not sitting here like, well, fool, maybe your videos suck. I get that. I understand. There was 3,000 people in the chat during the live.
It's a lot.
That automatically is 3,000 views. Mm-hmm. It didn't make sense. It got blocked and restricted the second I upload. I'm like, all right, maybe. I mean, that happens every time. I've never seen that happen. So much that I took the video down and re-uploaded it. That's how bad. Like it didn't. It's like I never even posted the video. Mm-hmm. So
that happens once in a while with like Facebook or TikTok or something. Like you post it, and nothing happens, so you got to re-upload it.
Oh man, I'd never experienced that. So I'm like, wow, what am I gonna do? What do I have to do? What do I have to do to change this? I'm pumping out content. I'm having fun. And all the comments, people are having fun. So it's not like I need to be worried about, well, maybe people just don't want to watch anymore. I always think about that. Like, well, maybe I need to change it up. Maybe I need to grow. Maybe I need to excel. Maybe I need to do this. I need to try this. And I do that. And the feedback's like, bro, this is great. Let's get thousands of comments. You know what I mean? If I was getting 40 comments, I'd be like, damn.
You need YouTube working for you in order to grow on YouTube.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Because the other day I released a video, didn't get age restricted for 4 hours, and it got 90,000 views in 4 hours. No, 75,000 views in 4 hours. I'm like, oh, wow, good. Cool numbers. Age restricted, it didn't hit. It hit like 90 for the next 20 hours. So it only hit 14,000 more in 20 hours versus 80,000 views almost in 4 hours. But now it's at like 250, which is still cool. But do you see, like, why do you care about age restriction? No, it's not age restriction. It's the blocking, not suggesting. It stops. No more page. Doesn't come on your page anymore. Some people don't even get the
majority of your
subscriptions.
views in general come from suggestion.
Yeah. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm going to reevaluate everything. You know, it's coming up at the end of the year. I need to reevaluate what I'm doing, how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to approach it. Yesterday's video, we bleeped some of the cussing in the first minute and a half. It got age restricted immediately. 4 hours later, YouTube just unage restricted it. Now it's at 100,000 views.
So stupid.
In less than a day. Mm-hmm. Like, great. Those are cool numbers, man. Thank you for, at least people are seeing it. But when I'm seeing 5,000 views in 6 hours, I'm like, what happened? Sorry. And I know people are like, Dan's fool. All he cares about is views. It's not that.
It's your business.
I've been building this for so long that, damn, I put this much work into it and now it's not even being shown. I put in hell of work on these videos, man. I watch other YouTubers.
Having a lot of subscribers used to mean something on YouTube because you'd know, like, at least 250K are going to see this off top, just off law of averages if I have over 1 million. Yeah. Easy. But it's really based on more what's being suggested, for sure.
But for me, it's more of this, guys. Oh, I did something wrong. Maybe I did something wrong in this video that didn't catch people's attention. They didn't care. And I say I do that same video again, the same everything, and it goes fine, huge views, and go, where's the logic? I just want to know the logic. I only want to know the logic. That's all I care. You know what? I cussed in first 8. Oh my God. I cussed like that. I showed a pound in less than 30 seconds. Of course it's going to age restrict. Okay. I get it. Okay. But no, dude, there was a video of me just talking and it got age restricted. And I didn't even cuss. I made sure of it. It was actually going to be for the Adventures channel. That's how much I didn't cuss. So I just trying to find the logic. Anyway, I was going through all my old videos and I was looking at it like, wow, man, I used to have no setup. Wow, I used to do this. I used to do that. Oh my God, I can't believe I used to do this. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like, wow, how much have we tried different things and it worked? It looks better. That looks better. This looks better. And then I thought, there's a lot of stories behind these videos. Yes, there's story times and stuff. But when I really look at the video thumbnail, I'm like, wow, I remember that day. I remember we did this. I remember that. I go, that's a whole episode of story time right there. So right now, for the next for the next 30 minutes at least, I'm going to walk you through some of my videos in the past 10 years. All right? Some of my videos, I'm explaining to you what's going on, what happened, and there's a backstory to every single one of these. So let's get started. Marty, can you start at the very top? So this first video, this is my very first YouTube video. It's not a bunch of Instagram clips. It's the first YouTube video I ever did because I thought, I do so much Instagram. Remember, this is 9 years ago. 9 years ago. The first video I ever did on YouTube. So this is what happened. I had a bunch of weed stuff. This is actually, remember last week I talked about when I was trying to do the cookie stuff, started to run pages. This video takes place about 2 months, maybe 2.5 months after that. And I think some of the edibles in this video are from the store that I was taking pictures for. So it all just goes together. Anyway, this is 9 years ago. I thought, guys, I thought this, ready? YouTube's a new platform for me. Let me just drop a regular smoking video. I didn't know how to make long form content. I never talked on camera at this time. This is before video on Instagram. Before video, I think it was just pictures. There was no DMs. I was making, if there was motion on my page, it was stop motion pictures in collages because there was no carousels yet for Instagram. So I had to post. I used a pic collage app. So what happened here was I said, Rosie, we get high as hell all the time. What if we started filming videos? instead of just taking pictures. So this is my very first shot at making videos. And it is about 13 minutes of Rosie and I just going over smoking stuff, going over our stash. Because remember, at this time, guys, I had just stopped like selling so much weed. My guy had gone missing already. Everything was slowing down. I was in college. I was just about to start working. At this time, I was just about to start working at U-Haul. So if you want to see like the very beginning and the Push Trees house, just seeing this back room, it's where a lot of the pictures you've ever seen were taken right in this spot. It just, I don't know. I wanted to talk about it as this is the intro of me doing video. This is the first time I ever talked, I think, on camera. Never did videos, never did anything. I think Vine had just started coming out and I said a few words during a video. There was an ongoing joke. This is the highest, most quiet man on the planet. The highest, what was it? The highest mute dude on the planet. Because I never said a word. I never said a word on camera because there was no video. So go ahead and check it out. It's called Wake and Bake #1. I just want to go over it real quick. And yeah, go check that out. It's the Push Trees house. Marty, can you go up to the next one? Okay. All right. This one, you should go watch on YouTube because I've never seen anybody else do something like this on YouTube. This is called 100 pounds of weed, push-ups. So push-ups, we started talking about, and now like there's a trend. Push-ups is the Wiz Khalifa thing. You hit it as much as you possibly can, or 10 seconds or something. I don't remember.
Okay.
But it's like a Wiz Khalifa thing. But I don't know. I called these push-ups. This is a long time ago. So 6 years ago, this video actually, and we're not going to play it here because we'll just get flagged. You go watch these videos on the Dope Yola channel. Here's the backstory of this video. Before I got so, and it kind of makes me sad though, but before I got so busy with all the companies and before I got so busy filming and do all this stuff, I'd be sitting there and my brain would just be thinking of stupid shit, but cinematically stupid shit. So you remember the And1 commercial? And it was the dark.
Technically, it was Nike.
That's not cool. That's lame. That's lame, but you're right. But remember they made fun of the commercial in Scary Movie 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I was thinking, I don't know, I don't remember where I was, but I was thinking, ooh, this real close cinematic dark shots on the coming in and out of frame. I really like that. And you know what? You know what I like? I like that Colin Kaepernick commercial. Oh, you know what? I like that. I like the Michael Vick Nike commercials back in the day. You know what else commercial? This is when that commercial came out where it was a hockey player turns into a baseball player. Turns into remember that commercial that came out? Yeah. And it was like the track runner takes off and you just see the shoe take off from the gun. And I was like, I'm going to do that for some weed. So that's what this video is. All right, ready real quick? I used to edit every video on my phone on iMovie. This is edited on iMovie, all right? All sound, the reason why all my sound on every single video up to 2018, why all the sound sounded a little not crisp, it's because the music on this, I played on my phone, on Rosie's phone, and I pressed record on iMovie, and I would do this. Hey, everybody be quiet. Beep. Done. Okay, that's how I recorded the sound over my whole video. For 5 minutes. Be quiet. You know how many times I've been on the freeway holding phones together so I can record and export?
It's insane.
I've edited the whole Black Market vlog. You can check that out. The Black Market LA vlog I edited while driving to Merced. I was driving and I edited the video the whole time, Marty. Like this. Knee. Space. Cut.
That's wild as fuck.
Cut. Rosie, if you see any crazy brake lights, you tell me. That's how I would do it. Because I'm paying attention, but I'm not paying attention. I'm not going to crash unless I'm looking down, but I'm not. I'm always hold the phone right here, but I'm always like, you see cops, let me know because I'm just, you know what I mean? I had some weed on me. Like I got to be careful. I edited the whole Black Market vlog while driving. Anyway, this video, I thought, let's do some Nike shit. So this is at Bob's house. Bob's the only person I know with that much weight at the time that I can just go use. So Bob from season 1, this is his house.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. This is the interview with a drug dealer.
Is he one of the highest ups you've dealt with in terms of like had the most?
Yeah, probably. Because 100 pounds of weed to him back then. Remember, it's been like, this is so long ago. And no. I mean, I can't talk about everything, but he has a legal he's a legal company. Like, he still sees weed and stuff. Yeah, he still sees weed and stuff. So it's like 100 pounds is not a big deal. Yeah, he's always gonna have weed. But I was like, you got 100 pounds? And he goes, no, I can get it here real quick if you want to go. All right, can I use it for a video? He goes, of course. Come over. He loves that shit because he's like a family guy now. He's like all legit. You don't get to see cool shit like that no more. Yeah. Half these packs were legal, like distro.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, half these packs were illegal. So anyway, I did this video. We go watch it. It's so stupid. It's so dumb, but it made me laugh. And I'm literally curling 100 P's. So no matter what, I can curl 100. Well, we know that. Like I'm like 100, and I'm just sitting there, just for some reason, 100 pounds of weed is so much lighter than 100 pounds of weight, of like metal weight, and I know that makes no sense. And anyone that's never seen this show before is going, "This guy's a idiot." I understand. Throw 100-pound weight at me, I'm gonna die. Throw 100 pounds of weed at me, I'll be all right. But yeah, I filmed this video with Trent. I have a video of me filming. We cut open some turkey bags so he could film through bags. So it looked, we got some good shot. We built it. He has a track. The track, like from the Sandlot that they built the track on, but for cameras.
Yeah.
The track from the night I met you, basically. That track that Trent was filming on.
Yeah.
That we used for this stupid weed video. It's 1 minute and 37 seconds long. It was for Instagram. Back when I could post weed on Instagram. Isn't that nuts, dude? He had the whole filming track just to film me fake curling, smoking joints. I did the dust, the macro shot on the bar as I came up, grabbed it with my fingers.
Yeah, Trent had like the most high level gear you could have at that time.
For no reason. For no reason at all. But yeah, 100 pounds of weed. You got to check that video. I just wanted to go over, I don't know. I was just thinking about like, I want to talk about a little bit about each of these because people always ask about story times, but I was thinking there's stories behind all the videos. How much stuff happened during, crazy shit's happened during videos too.
And how many new fans have come around in the past 6 years?
True. So go ahead and check it out. I thought it was funny. All right, can you go on to the next? This video is called Throwing 4 Pounds of Weed in a Fire Pit. Do you want to know what it's about? Wow, 1 minute and 47 seconds long.
Yeah, these are all like
these are all for Instagram. I only made Instagram with clips and I was like, oh, I have YouTube. Throw it up on YouTube.
Like IGTV?
That's exactly what I used it for. I didn't care about YouTube. I didn't care about long form content. This I filmed on my phone. All right, ready? Throwing 4 pounds of weed in the fire pit. I was at my homie's house. My homie used to make oil, right? And if you know anybody that makes oil or you make oil and it's not a facility, usually a lot of black trash bags stacked on top of each other. There's probably a lot of stems and shake by the bags. And there's always some bags in the back that you never blasted because it wasn't that good, but you wanted to get rid of it, but you didn't get rid of it, so it got old, and then you felt bad about getting rid of it, but you didn't want to throw it away because it was weed, and you didn't want to use it because you didn't want to use it because it was trash, but also you can't just throw away weed because it's your principles, but you don't want to make trash. Did you like that breakdown?
I felt that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those bags in the very back, that's what kind of play, you know what I mean? Like if you make oil, probably dirty in your garage. I mean, I'm not saying everybody's dirty, but I'm just saying like there's a lot of old trash, 50 pounds of shake that nobody wants to run back then, at least. My homie looked at me and he goes, bro, I have all this weed. And it was way more than 4 pounds. I just put 4 pounds because I know, like I kind of guessed it, but I didn't want to be like, that's not 7 pounds. It was probably more like 7. But it was in one huge trash bag. And
it was like not passable at all.
Well, what it was he said it had mites, spider mites. And once it has spider mites, like you could during the grow, you'd like burn sulfur or I can't remember what they burn. It burns some bullshit and it kills it off, but it also leaves a weird taste. And he had all that close nug trim leaf. That's what people blasted back then to make oil and shatter. And he's like, bro, I can't like morally run this. And I'm like, you shouldn't have it here either, though. Like, it's like moldy. He's like, want to throw the fire pit? I'm like, the fire outside your house? He's in the country, so I'm like, yeah, I do. I do want to throw all this weed in the fire, but that sounds so sick. And as before we do it, I go, you know how many people are going to be mad at us? That could have lasted me for, I don't care if it had mine. I could have lasted me. You know what that could have lasted? Ungrateful. I hate living in Kansas, man. Oh, man, when I get, oh, God. I already knew how I was going to do it. And that's exactly what happened. People just hated on me so hard. But also, cool little clip.
What about edibles? No?
Now if it has that on there, I don't want to be eating that.
For all our non-vegans out there, does it bother you?
Oh, for no. It's just like cobwebs, mold, this. Like just not shit you want.
Actual plant shit you find in nature.
Yeah. All right.
What's this we have here?
CBX one is Casino Kush and then something else. MZ something. I can't remember, but they're both really good. The last one was fire. I wish Rosie would have told me which was which. Okay, on to the next picture, sir. Here we go. Half Pound Joints, Dizzy Wright music video. This should say, but I felt weird. This should say Half Pound Joint, Dizzy Wright and Burner music video. But at the time, I felt kind of odd, so I didn't. That person on the right is Burner in the thumbnail.
Oh, snap.
That blurred out image with the bald guy in the black hoodie, that's Burner right there.
Wow.
And I blurred it because I was like, I don't want to have it in my thumbnail, but I'm not going to not use this picture.
Yeah.
It's hard. This picture is on the history. They use on the History Channel. This exact thumbnail they used on the History Channel. I was like,
Did they ask?
no.
Oh.
Oh, actually, it was through a company and they asked me. Sorry.
What did they use it for?
They were talking about the boom of cannabis industry, and they're talking about how social media, blah, 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 and then they showed this picture. Viral videos and blah, blah, blah seems to be a great way to do this, blah, a bunch of bullshit. Mass Roots was like a weed tube before weed tube. It was Mass Roots, and it was like weed Instagram. It was big for a while. I actually have a couple hundred shares in that were worth nothing, but you know how I knew that it was going to tank? I don't mean to put you out there. I'm sorry for anybody that worked there or owned it. You know how I knew when your company wasn't going to make it? I walked into your party that you probably spent $30K on. It was a nice party. Nice house in the hills. Before, like right when I moved. The picture of me like this with the Homies for Life shirt, lighting that big ass joint outside. Mm-hmm. That's the same day. The same day. Other side of that picture, there's fucking 70 people standing there. So... It's just angles. It's just angles. I was just in the backyard. No, I'm in a party with hella people around me. So I'm lighting that gigantic joint. So hold on, sorry. I walk in, and this is, like I said, this is when I knew, like, oh, you guys are not going to make it as a company. I walk in, and they're like, yo, here's a gift bag. Also, here's 100 shares of Mass Roots. Here's 100 shares of our stock. They were giving them out as party favors. Shares of their company.
Was it worth anything at the time?
I don't know.
Okay,
but I was
still,
like,
it's a lot.
Did you just give me some of your company as I walk into your door?
What if you're like, I'm good? Why would you do that?
I don't know. I felt so odd. And I went, oh, thanks.
I mean, it's a cool gift.
It wasn't just to me. They were giving them out.
To a lot of people.
It wasn't like, damn, Thomas, you're special. I don't care if I was.
Turned into a board
It
meeting
was like, you have a joint in your hand. There's a wall of donuts. There's a donut wall where you go up and pick a donut off the wall. There's a joint rolling station, and you're giving away stock. Cool. You guys are going to be around for much longer. Sorry. That's how they use that picture. What a backstory of there's no reason for the backstory. I gave it to you. So right there on the right is Burner, blurred out. Because I just didn't, you know what I mean? I felt weird. And then it'd be like, yeah, you're using them for, for clicks. This is 7 years ago I posted this. I didn't even care about YouTube. Anyway, I thought it was pretty funny. Full circle. That is the Burner and Dizzy Wright song. Go ahead. So if you go watch, type in on Google or on YouTube, Burner Dizzy Wright. That's the song. That's me. You see me a couple times in the music video hitting the joint or with the big joints and shit. That's me. And when I got there, it was very awkward because we had that awkwardness. But Dizzy introduced me to him, and I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you, man." Like I said, like I've been around him a lot. I wasn't sure. Like I was in Frisco. We're doing the music video shoot, and I was with them for like 2 hours. This music video, I get there, Ozzy, as We Should Smoke, Ozzy. The Zodix pictures you've been seeing with the guy with the long hair lighting a huge joint, that's Ozzy. He was one of the first Instagram weed guys with me. His name is We Should Smoke. He rolls huge joints, and those are both his. He rolled both of those joints.
Oh, shit.
So he was like, take a picture. Actually, Ozzy's behind me, ducked down, because he did this, and he's like, all right, take your picture. And he's actually behind me, ducked down. In the video, that video, you can actually see it. It's funny, dude. Like, I don't know. I thought it was cool. Anyway, that's the video. That's me. If you want to go watch that, I think it's called I Can See You Needed It or I Can Tell You Needed It. One of the two. But yeah.
Shout out to Dizzy Wright. Another great episode.
At the other studio. Okay. This next video is my very first vlog shopping video. I will never sit here and be like, I started that trend. I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to say this is the first time I ever did it. And it's the first, let me take you, the audience, give you an experience that you can't get unless you're in California. Let me walk. And that's the first time I talked to the camera on a vlog as it was a person. That's how I kind of started associating it. Like that video, I talked to the camera as if you were my friend on FaceTime. So that video right there, I just take you through a dispensary, buy a bunch of stuff, check out a bunch of stuff. I don't even think I bought a bunch of stuff. I just checked out a bunch of stuff. This is Mr. Nice Guys right there in right by you. This is my first video that ever hit 1 million views.
Wow.
Sure. I wasn't a big YouTuber, nothing. I think I had like 40,000.
Was this when they had that giant
stacking.
Grass field in it? You had to walk across
Yes.
like a freaking football
Yes. This is the same place. Yeah, this is the same place.
I walked in there like,
it's right by like a Carl's Jr. or something.
some shit.
Yeah, there's like a restaurant by it.
In Santa Ana, they're all along one street.
Yeah, it's right by a freeway.
1,000 of them, yeah.
But yeah, that's it. But yeah, I just want to talk about this because this is what sparked me to go, do people want to like vlog with me instead of just do like videos that are stagnant and stationary, like stationary videos where I'm just sitting here telling you stuff, blah, blah, blah. Or do people, and that's what made me think, I'll try it. Let me try it. I did that video. I edited it on my phone, cut it together. And when I put it out, great response. People loved it. Like, yo, more of this. And that's back when I could do it still, but I answered every single comment of every single video before I move on to the next post. While it's uploading, I answer every single comment from the video before. It's usually only like 100 off because I kept up, but that was like, I think I was like 4,000 or 5,000 comments. Every single one of them answered. And that's like the past 9 months, and then I just gave up. But that's back when I had more time. But I'm just looking back at like, wow, that's what sparked my vlogging. This right here, which is a big part of my channel.
Did you know that going into it, or was it just by chance that like?
No, after I got done filming, I went, that was fun. That was cool. First time I had a videographer. The person filming this is the guy that owns Munchies and Secret Vegan Pizza and Naughty Panda. My homie that does all the vegan restaurants. Yeah. This is him right here. He's actually filming it for me.
Nice.
Yeah. Now he owns hella restaurants. It's just crazy.
Is he like balling out of control, or his restaurant owning out like that?
He does so much, bro. He owns like a couple buildings. He does. It's him and his homie, and they put on everything. They work their ass off. They're just doing marketing for weed companies. He was paying me for a video from a company. We went to the bank. It was like $400. I was like, oh hell yeah, good shit. And we're standing there at the bank, and he said something about like a vegan cheese, and I go, oh, you're vegan? He goes, yeah. I go, me too, man. I've been vegan for maybe like 2 years, but it's hard, dude. And I told him, like, it's hard, man. And he goes, nacho cheese. I'm like, you can make vegan nacho cheese out of a cashew? Like, what do you mean you make it out of a cat? No, stop. What do you mean? And that's when he's like, I'll text you the recipe. He texted me the recipe, and that's when I started making my nacho cheese for like 2 years. I was making cheese all the time out of cashew cheese. It was bomb. And I made it one time, and I told him, like, bro, this is so good, blah, 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 blah. You should jar it. He's like, maybe. He was just doing weed marketing content for people, like being the guy, like, putting it together. And he jarred it and sold it. And he's like, yo, people bought it. I'm like, that's great. It's bomb. And then he's like, I think I'm going to try to make something else. He made a little Hot Pocket. And he started selling them at a local grocery store. And he started selling them. And it was like, he's like, dude, they sold. I'm like, because they're good, dude. Like, if you care, people will care. And then he started making more of them. And he's like, dude, I think I'm going to do like a little pop up at a like
ridiculous.
I'm gonna do a pop up at a food fair. I'm like, yeah, you should. He's like, I'm gonna call it Munchies. I go, yeah,
it's one of my favorite restaurants.
Yeah, bomb, right? And he's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna try it. And he did good. The first day I went and support. I mean, obviously I went and bought shit, and then and this is when I was like, damn, this 400 saved me right now. Like that $400 came in so clutch. So. Yeah. For me to even go buy, I just had to. I was like, I don't even have the money to buy this shit. I'm going to do it. Yeah. And then he's like, yo, I'm going to get a little storefront. I'm like, what? And it was like a bunch of restaurants in a building, but he had like a window. Yeah. And he cooked behind, served the window. He did that for like 8 months. And then he told me, he's like, dude, I'm going to do more food fair pop-up. I'm like, hell yeah. And they started doing more food fair. And then he got a little spot, a little like this big in Santa Ana. And then him and his homie were like his homie's like a very big photographer. Like he does super sick shit. And he's like, dude, I'm gonna do it. Then he got his restaurant, and then he got a bigger spot. I'm like, dude, what? And then he got a real restaurant, the one he has. Then he opened up his pizza spot, then he opened up his other spot, then he opened up another one.
Wow.
All like back to back to back to back to back. All off of a conversation talking about after one of these little videos. And what the video was the Shark Tank video I did. The fake Shark Tank pitch where I was selling them weed. That video, and then we went to the bank to get something for another brand.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that might not have really happened.
No. It's just I mean I'm not saying we're responsible for that. I'm saying like how random a little baby conversation. You think so? I'm like, dude, this is good. I'd buy it. I would do it.
That's why you got to follow your intuition.
Yes.
Something hits your brain like
would
that.
You buy this? And what did I say? Do you think people want to hear me talk?
Yeah.
I'll try it. I did my first story times, never talked on camera. Oh, fuck it, I'll try it. A grow light in my phone from this angle, all dumb, from low, looking down. And
I used to
look,
do that.
dude.
Then I like in one of my classes, they're like, light comes from the sun from above. So we're gonna put our lights up here. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense. Unless you want to look scary. But yeah, anyway, I thought that was really wild. That's how all that happened. On to this. This I dropped 3 years ago. Okay? Going on 4. I think I dropped it right as 2020 was happening. And I had just got away from my guy.
I remember this had just come out right when I came around.
Exactly. So this cartoon story time. Here we go. Here's the full backstory. Here's all of it. This is how it's going to go down. Are you ready? I used to have another videographer. He was cool. He films for a really big comedian. Does his thing. Does music video shoots. There's a lot of cool stuff. He's like a Matt Alonzo, baby, light Matt Alonzo, but just filming. Not all the production. Anyway, he knows this dude, and he does show running for comedians. He's the guy that does the comedy. Oh, Russell Peters is coming. All right, I'm going to direct the show because this is Comedy Central Presents. I'm going to direct it. I'm going to do the stage. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the lighting. I'm going to edit, put it out. Yeah. He's the showrunner for Comedy Central of the stand-ups. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, cool. That's dope. Yeah. My videographer told him about me. He checked it out. He goes, yeah, this guy's actually really funny. I was like, all right. And that's the guy I did my 5 minutes for. Remember I had that, I was doing the stand-up shit. And I was like, I have a bunch of shit right now. He goes, really? I'll do 5 minutes. And I did it. And he's like, it's funny, but here's where you need to tighten this. I would drop this in here. Maybe pick it up here. I was like, that's it? He goes, it's pretty good. Like, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. I was really scared. I was outside of a restaurant in Hollywood just doing this for this fucking guy. And I did it. He's like, pretty good. Never did it. I'm like, yeah, never did it. Yes. And anyway, I told him about story time because this is when story time just started. And he's like, I watched your story time. Like, the videos are funny, man. And he's that kind of guy. He's not like, I loved it. He's just like, it was good. He's one of those like very laid back dudes. Anyway, he goes, what about a cartoon? And I go, I've been wanting to do a cartoon. He goes, I think this would be a good cartoon. And I know if we get 1 to 2, we can go to Netflix with it. I'm like, what'd you just say? All right, let's run it. So we got an animator. I'm not going to get too into the animation and what they do and who they do stuff for, but they do stuff for other people. Didn't mesh too well with the guy. He was cool. But like, I'm like, yo, I look like a tweaker. And he didn't like that.
Oh.
Like, you gave me a tweaker face.
It's in
Like,
the
we should probably like maybe eyelids.
It's in the eyes and the smile.
Yeah, maybe eyelids and not.
Yeah.
I look like the robots from RoboCop 3, the Asian samurai robot guys.
Dead behind the eye. Yeah.
And
you look like you're really sorry for something you're horribly running away from.
yeah, it looks scary. Anyway, there's so much back and forth. We posted this and said, guys, here's a little clip. And it was just me running through some thing. Very, very trash animation, I think.
Oh, I didn't really.
I did not know the movement and everything was not. I didn't like it.
Gotcha.
Like Johnny Bravo shits on that. And anyway, we put this cartoon story time out to get people like excited, to get the interest, see if they like it. Huge response. All anybody could talk about on my DM for months was, when is your story? I still get people, where's the cartoon story time at? All the time. As if I dropped this 10 days ago. Like, yo, where's that story time? Like, that was 3 years ago. I've updated you guys 60 times since. So many other videos I've updated, and people, you know, it's not their fault. I mean, they just want to know. If I can get irritated about it, I'm just like, what? Come on. So what we did was we put a pitch together, and what happened was this guy was really just trying to ride my wave and make money. He's like, all right, 15,000 an episode. I'll keep 8. We put 5 in. I'm like, what'd you stop? Stop. He's like, no, when I'm gonna edit and do everything. I go, oh, you think I'm stupid? Okay, I didn't realize you thought I was dumb. Keep going. Tell me your pitch. And then he said it. And I was like, that's dumb. Anyway, let's go get this. And we had to get sponsors for it. I was not making anything. I was barely making money with push trees. This is still the time before I started putting it into hyper gear and trying to do shit right before I met you. And
those were your first sponsorships?
What?
Like videos? When we started working together?
Maybe like a couple months before.
Like the Superb and the Stizzy and all that?
Maybe a couple months before I met you. Man, I never made $1 before I met you, Marty. Then you show me your pitch and I go, I'll get it done somehow. That's it. That's when I met you. I still was like, yo, I got to make rent. I'm telling you, dude, I met you and it was still like that apartment was my film room, my side room, my spare room, my squish room, my storage room, my everything, and push trees inventory. Like,
yep, all that.
All that shit in one room.
That's the room I learned that you can't violently rip a pen and then try to quietly stand behind a camera and hold in a cough for a fucking 20-minute take.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. It was fun. It was fun. That room was cool. Sorry. Get the sponsorship packages down. We're going to make 20 bands an episode, and it's going to cost us 14, 15, blah, 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 blah. So there was my profit of it. I was like, wow, $6,000. I'm going to make what? Just losing my mind. Like, what? That's so much fucking money to make on a video. Oh, my God. Pitch it to Raw, to Stizzy, to like 4 other huge brands I knew. All of them 100% on board. All of them like, yes. How much? 5? Count us in. I go, so 5,000 package, 6,000 package, the 7,000 package, whatever. The highest package, I wear your branded shirt during the episode in the cartoon. 3,000. And during the video, I'm like ripping your fucking maybe I'm ripping your brand. So I'm just with my friend. It just says like like somehow make it tight. You know, make it cool. Like, dude, is he wearing a Raw shirt? And the big like, yeah, Raw sponsored this episode. And at the end. That's all, folks. Thanks to Raw Papers for sponsoring the episode. Yeah. And a little me cartoon goes so away. Easy to do. So fun. So what happened? Everybody's like, yeah, let's do it. And then they go, all of them, by the way. Every single company went. Our lawyer said no. Every single one. For kids? They said it's a cartoon and it can be misconstrued as for kids. We can't sponsor anything and get backlash on us. And I went, oh my God, you're right. And then I found another animator and they go, $14K an episode. I go, how long is the episode? 16 minutes. And I went, no, I can't do that, dude. I literally can't. My rent is 23 and can you help me? I need help with this rent.
I'm trying to come up right now.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Help me. A $14K an episode for a thing I don't make money on? No, thanks. And that's when I first started doing stuff with companies. So anyway, guys, that didn't happen. Here you go. That didn't happen because of it. And that's why the Christmas story time, the cartoon story time is not here. I don't want to give I don't want to give it away, but I love animated shows. There's like 5 animated shows I love. And I'll tell you off camera, but one of our friends ran into one of the animators at a party from one of these shows that is now retired that says, I'll help you out. I'll give you a shot. He told him about my Storytime cartoon. It's like, I'll give it a shot. I'll work something out. I'll tell you which to show after, but it's one of my it's a top 10 animated shows ever. And one of the animators is now retired. It's like, yeah, I'll help you out. He's like, he happens to be like weed adjacent. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so hopefully we get that animated Storytime next year. Do a little pilot. And that's how we set season 6 off. Starts off with me. This is my idea. Starts off with me. Doing my thing. Hey guys, this is how I'm gonna introduce it. Like, all right, let's get started. And like episode 1, just like almost like when Alan Parrish and Jumanji, and his hands start going, but like, it starts getting drawn over, washes over like Page Master, and it goes into top view, down into wherever I'm doing it to. So the story starts off. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Every great movie starts off the top view down. American Beauty, Forrest Gump.
Pans past a couple gangbangers. Scurries by.
At the beginning of Friday.
Punch from your mom.
Yeah, beginning of Friday.
Yeah, lands on you.
Little fools running. Oh my God, that sounds fun. That sounds so fun. All right, so back on topic. See, look at 1 minute, 7 seconds long. The last video, the cartoon story time, 4 minutes and 6 seconds. 13 seconds of it was a cartoon. The rest of it was me explaining what the cartoon was about. 1 minute and 7 seconds. Look at 5 years ago, I did not care about YouTube. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, that is weird.
Just 5 years ago, couldn't care less. Yeah. So this video, I mean, it's pretty blatant what it is. This video is called "Throwing 5 Pounds of Weed Off Stage." It's exactly what it is. All right, the people I was gonna release Push Trees Cannabis with a long time ago, and I did one booth with them. It did great, and you guys owe me a lot of money. You can just hang on to it. It's fine. They had their grower homies, and they were gonna help us, and blah blah blah. Anyway, these guys were just trapping. They had 100 Ps. There's a bunch of stuff. They were trapping it out, just at the booth. I was at my booth, and they come up and go, "Yo, you want to go on stage and help us out?" And in my head, I go, "No, I do not want to go on stage at all. Like, I don't want to be up there." You remember I told you, like, I hosted one event, and I stood on the side of the stairs. That shit made me feel uncomfortable. That's weird. And then we did TED Talk. I'm like, oh, that's fine. Now I don't care at all in any way, shape, or form about any kind of stress or no.
You guys want to not have fear? Go do something horrifying.
Go do the most scariest thing ever. The TED Talk was so damn scary. I just saw a picture on my phone of the one of me looking at my notes, walking, and then you sitting down looking at your notes, and it stressed me out so bad. Ooh, I don't ever want to be there again.
I don't think
I've been tired since then.
Even another TED Talk would not be as stressful.
No,
It'd be way funner.
But I never want to do that and be in that mind frame again.
We weren't meant to try to rememorize the speech 3 days before.
We rewrote our entire speech 3 days before the event. We talked about it, but that gives me anxiety. Like, like this middle of the semester, and I don't know what's going on.
Before the TED Talk, it was literally me in my closet with my laptop recording it, trying to play it back, listen to it with the cue cards, like. We both had a stack of cue cards. Imagine 20 minutes worth of shit you're trying to memorize verbatim.
I hated it, dude. Oh my God. I'd rather go back to school.
It was like that. It was so much worse than that, though.
No, it makes me feel scared and like just
because you're like, oh, they got 40. What is it? 40 million on their channel? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. A lot of people are going to see this. Been talking about this a while.
What's me is I don't like messing stuff up.
Yeah.
And if I have to memorize 4 pages, like, okay, let's go. I can't memorize any of this shit. As I'm fucking smoking, to remember my notes. No. Oh, okay, here we go. Throwing 5 pounds off stage. They say, hey, do you want to come up? And I go, yeah, I'll go on stage. Yeah, I'll go. And like, here's 5 pounds. I went, oh, I feel so much better. I was like, okay. I was like, what do you want me to do with them? They throw them into the crowd. I go, what'd you say? Just throw them in the crowd. Like, say it again. You want me to throw these pounds of weed into the crowd? They're keeping them. He goes, man, just throw them. I went, all right. He's like, film it if you can, though. I go, okay. So that's me throwing 5 peas, and I think it was a couple like half peas. Uh-huh. I got one video from the dude in the back that got the pea. Like a days later. I threw full vacuum sealed pounds into a crowd at the High Times Cannabis Cup.
Like handfuls.
I threw full peas at a time, a pound.
Somebody just lost it and got a whole pound.
Yes.
Damn.
The one that went in the very back, because I threw it like this and I frisbeed it, and it flew back. That guy ripped it open, started handing it out to everyone.
What a G.
Somebody got a video of him, and they're right next to him in the back, and the guy's just doing this to everybody.
Me, I'm Sparta kicking fools out the way. I'm out of there.
Not done. The guy in the front, as you can see the pound going, he bear hugged at the bottom. Bear hugged it. Caught the whole thing like a trash bag. Just tucked away, and I think he took off. The person on the left side didn't find out till later, got the shit beat out of him. Fools just started fighting each other over it, and somebody won. That's what happened. Not like somebody got jumped. Somebody started fighting each other for it. Uh-huh. And then I felt real stupid. Then I went, oh, yeah, that's rent right there. Yeah. What were we doing? And then I looked at him and go, what were we thinking? We should have did ounces, man. We should have bagged up ounces and chucked them out. And he goes, you know what? You're right. I'll probably never do that again. That sounds kind of dangerous, actually. I went, yeah. The guy got beat the shit beat out of him. I didn't think about it until after. Like, someone's gonna get shot. And you're not get shot because you have to get scanned in. You're not gonna bring a gun in, but somebody got their ass beat right there. I threw a pound to the right, and that's all I remember. I feel so dumb. I will never do that again. No.
You got pounded out for that pound.
Yep. Bad. Oof. Anyway, that's the video. On to the next. You ready? Let's see what's next. Oh, here we go. Guys, this is called I did a mini commercial for Netflix. I didn't do shit for Netflix. Oh yeah, I did. But it's not like they were like, yo, Thomas, I need you to do this for me. Sounded better in the title, I think. Right?
It's compelling.
I think it was better. And the reason why I felt like it was okay, I'll give you the story. So this show is the show called Disjointed, and it was on Netflix. I did not think it was funny. Anyway, the actors and actresses in the show were great. I like them. The show just didn't do it. It just wasn't for me.
It's a weed show?
I just didn't like it. I don't know. Something was off about it. All right. But Mrs. Boucher, right there. She's right there. Miss Boucher was in it. All right. So here we go. Dr. Dina. Dr. Dina is, she owns a dispensary. She's been on Vice. Dr. Dina, she's like Snoop's weed dealer, that chick. You ever see the?
I've definitely heard of her.
Dr. Dina, yeah, she's cool. She's my homie. She was the producer or like the person that comes in and makes it look real. They hired her as like legitimate factor.
Yeah.
Like come in and make sure this looks good.
Yeah.
Because this is a weed culture. We cannot mess it up. So Dr. Dina was part of this show. So she invited me to the Netflix premiere, right? She invited me to the premiere and they gave me an invitation. And you know me, before I had all these damn businesses and a bunch of time and not $1, I'm sitting there going, what can I do with this invitation they gave me? And then I made a whole commercial out of it. It took 5.5 hours to film from one invitation. And I'll tell you what it was. They gave me a medicine bottle, like a 1/4 ounce medicine bottle, and inside like a weed bottle.
Okay.
And inside of it was like a rolled up invitation.
That's cool.
It was very cool. And it had inside said Netflix in the bottle, like in the paper. So I was like, what can I do with this invitation that's going to make Netflix go, who is this? So what I did was, do you remember the old Chef Boyardee commercial where they drop the can just rolls through all walks of life? It's at the beach. It's going through a wedding. It's going through this. It's going through that. Blah, blah, blah. It's an old commercial, right? I'm pretty sure it was Chef Boyardee. I just redid that. I was like, you know what? Let's do the weed version of Chef Boyardee. So I started off at Echo Park and I dropped it up and it rolled. It went through OG's neighborhood. It went through Bob's neighborhood. I drove all the way to Bob's. He doesn't live around here. To get one shot in front of his white picket fence. 1 2-second shot and then drove an hour and a half back. I went everywhere. I went to a certain mall just to get it on the escalator so I can get the shot of it coming over the horizon into frame. Rolled it. It had nugs in it. You know what I mean? What it was is me rolling a joint. I put my joint jar down and I went, oh, and it rolled off the ledge and just took off, right? It was a fun video, dude. It was very fun video. Anyway, it ends at OG's. That girl, that's OG's daughter. It ends at OG's, and it's like this. The camera's right here, and the jar rolls, stops. Netflix. I did that 90 times. That's a real shot. I rolled it and did this. Okay, it'll stop there, and there was a little crack. I'm like, all right. So damn frustrated the whole time, but I got the shot. That was a real shot. When you watch this, that was a real shot. Send it. I post it. Dina hits me up like, "Oh my god, that was so fun." And then she's like, "What time are you going to be here?" And I was like, "I'm gonna be there at 6 o'clock." She's like, "Okay, blah blah blah." I get there. I meet 4 Netflix executives. All follow me already before I made this video.
Interesting.
How random. All 4 dudes already followed me. And I was shaking their hand. They're like, that commercial was so fun. And I'm like, you saw the commercial? Like, that was awesome. And the other guy was like, dude, epic. I was like, oh, yes, thank you guys. And I was like, yo, when Tom, yeah, I do content. Like, bro, we follow you. And I'm like, oh. And my head, I'm like, shut up. You follow me. All of you guys, give me a damn show already. In my head. And then they walk away, and then Dina's like, they're all dicks. They were fanboying out before you walked up, and you walked up and then they try to play it cool. All of them said that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to do something fun, but they're not allowed to do weed content for Netflix, even though it's a weed show. But they couldn't do it for their socials. It's like they were just fanboying out, and then you walked up and then they try to play all cool. I was like, yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Also, come on, what the fuck? Put me on the show or something. What's going on? I'm going to say it now. Xcode did a piece on it, and that's how I found out who Xcode was. They stole Xcode's identity and put a character in there that was mimicking him. Same hat and everything.
Damn it.
He was a streamer in the show.
Mm-hmm. It was really just him.
It was just supposed to be that's how I found out who he was. I saw Netflix stealing my identity or something. I go, who is this? And then he was funny. I'm like, who is this guy? And then when I started I started doing YouTube, I'm like, oh, it's the dude Disjointed stole. And then I started listening. I go, story time's funny. And that's how I knew who Xcode was. So yeah, that I took it. I think I privated it because I thought the show was so bad. I just didn't want to be associated with it. So you're probably not. I'll unprivate it just so you guys can watch it, okay? By the time this comes out. But yeah, I hated it.
I haven't. I don't know any of the show.
Bad show. Not funny. All right. Last one.
Yep.
Here we go. This is called the $100,000 weed shopping spree legally. Okay. I don't like flying, and that is the Burbank Jet Suite Airport to go to Vegas. I was actually about to, not to go to Vegas, to go to Santa Rosa. This was going to, what's the event? Hall of Flowers. Thank you. So the owner of Cure Company, OG, runs the Cure Company dispensary. The owner of Cure Company, we're talking. He was like, yeah, we should do a video, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm about to go to Hall of Flowers. He goes, do you want to just do a video at Hall of Flowers? And remember, this is 2.5 months before I started making any kind of money in any way, shape, or form. And he goes, we just go get a jet. I go, yeah, for sure. He goes, no, we'll just fly private. And I go, what? He goes, not private. Let's get Jet Suite. I go, what does that mean? I didn't even know what Jet Suite meant. And he's like, we'll get on a plane, me, you, and OG, and we'll go to Hall of Flowers. You'll be my buyer. And I go, what do you mean? He's like, I will give you a certain amount of money and you go buy, because he owns like 18 stores. Like, you go buy the stuff you think is fire and I will put it on my shelves because I trust you. I go, okay, how much you want me to spend? He's like, 20. And OG looked at him. He goes, what, 30? And he goes, I go, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how much you want to spend. I don't really have any money. In my head, I'm like, I don't have money. I don't know what you want to spend. And he goes, make it 100. And in my head, I'm like, shut up. Stop. He goes, you have $100,000 to play with. Just go do it. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then we get on the plane and OG's stressing out just like I am. And I'm about to get on a plane right after to tell this story too. Literally my Uber is 15 minutes away, which is nuts. I hate this. Hate plane rides. Anyway, we get on the plane, all good. We go out there. We film this video. This is the last thing I ever filmed with the guy that I told you I don't work with anymore. He's a jerk. This came out 4 months after I filmed it because he extorted me for the footage. And I had to pay him to get my own footage back.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. He extorted my ass for my own footage. And I was like, you know what? I am so broke. I care about my content so much that I will pay you to get my shit back. And I did. And I got my other video that I was waiting for him. So here's the video that I think is well worth it because I bought my own video, which is crazy.
First video I edited.
First thing Marty ever did for me. Wasn't that nuts? Last thing he ever did, first thing you ever did. Yep. Crazy. This video is great. All right. So I go throughout the entire spot. I met Shavo like a year before this, like in an interview, just in like passing. We didn't really, do much, but I saw him here again and he was so awesome. And I'm like, we should hang out. And then that's now how I know Shavo. We know Shavo, right? So I met Shavo during this episode, met a bunch of people. Go just watch the video. It's fun. Go through the whole thing, shopping. And that's when I was like, oh my God, Seth Rogen. I saw Seth Rogen there. I was like, oh, he's my height. He's like, oh, shorter than me. Holy shit. And then that's when I called my guy I was working with, like, yo, Seth Rogen's out here, blah, blah, blah. You should come out here. But like he was actively shitting on a guy. Like, get away from me to a guy that came up to him. Not in a bad way. I am 100% on Seth Rogen's side. The guy came up to him in the middle of an event while people were taking pictures with him and tried to run a business proposal for a trap brand. And he goes, yeah, you should ask me about that right here in front of everyone. And the guy's like, yeah. He goes, yeah, you should keep doing that. You should keep asking me about the illegal stuff in front of all these people. And he went, oh, okay. And he walked off. And I was like, whoa, Seth Rogen, I like you, because I would have said the same damn thing to him. Also, I don't know if I want to try to talk to you, because I was like, should I try to interview him for the video? Mm-hmm. And that's back when I was out doing stuff where I got traumatized by the 50,000 subscriber giveaway when everybody was so mean to me. I went up to so many people were so mean and rude to me that I just didn't want to do out and about stuff anymore. I was like, I don't want to be around. And then the pandemic hit, and I'm like, I don't really want to go around nobody now. Anyway, that's why I don't do so much stuff out. I got to get back into it. But anyway, I see Seth Rogen, and as I called the guy I used to work with, he's like, I'm gonna be right there. And then as I hung up, he was shitting on this guy. And he did not look happy after. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to be the first time I meet you is 10 seconds after you tell a guy to eat a dick. Yeah. I don't think I can. I don't know. And then here comes the guy I'm working with running out. And he's like, go talk to him. I'm like, bro, you did not just see what happened. We should leave him alone. And he started losing his mind that I wouldn't do it. And I was like, this is my channel. What are you I don't think you understand your position in the terms of suggestions, not demands. I will punch you in your face. In my head, I'm like, should I hit him? The way he was acting, I'm like, I think I should knock his ass out right here. Because the way he was acting was like all the aggression of fighting without hitting. And I was like, and the whole time I'm just trying to keep it cool. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, I didn't talk to Seth Rogen, and he walked straight into a room. I was like, yeah. And then he lost it on me. He's like, you didn't even talk to him. I lost my mic running over here. That's your fault. And I'm like, say it again. I lost my mic on my way over here. My fault? I was like, that's insane. You know that, right? It's $200. You have to buy it for me now. I was like, okay, yeah, we'll talk about that later. And then I think that night is when I told you the story, but that's the night when I was like, peace. Mm-hmm. And that's the video. So that this video sparked off to me shopping sprees in the end, because the first shopping spree was vlogging. Remember, I was like, that people want to see me vlog and do stuff. Mm-hmm. This is what got me like going. I was doing $1,000 shopping spree. There was $100,000, and then that's what sparked the $1,000 shopping spree. Here, $1,000 shopping sprees, $1,000. I was just looking at videos like, wow, this is what sparked a lot of stuff. And then what happened? Transition over to the podcast, and now here we are, which is crazy. But yeah, that's how this all started. I wanted to go through some of these videos just because I was thinking, like, what's my game plan? How am I going to rework this for it to be appeasing of YouTube? And then as I was looking through them earlier, I'm like, I remember that day. Yeah, I'm gonna tell a story about that. I'm gonna go through my list. So I just grabbed like 8 or 9 of them. I don't know.
That's a cool idea. I didn't know a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, every single video has a story to it. Everyone. And I remember 85% of filming everything. Mm-hmm. It's not like I don't remember anything about each day. 85% of all these videos, I remember everything about the day. But there's like 15% where I'm like, I don't really remember that day very well, but I remember filming
That's exactly
it.
how I am with like albums and songs.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how I was thinking. But yeah. All right. What are we at time wise? Oh my God.
150.
Oh, I thought it was a 105. I was like, we did it. Okay. You know what? I was like, today's the first 130 because I actually have to go on a flight. So it's like I actually have to be at an hour 30, but we did 2 hours. So that's okay. But yeah, guys, today was a catch-up episode because next week is the Brad Williams episode and then the Christmas episode with Franklin, which is kind of funny. We thought about it. We only have 4 opportunities a month to talk to you guys. Next season, hopefully, maybe we can add in, an extra episode a week. That would be epic. If it's just Marty and I, that would have to be a solo episode. There's no way we can double guest in 1 week. That's just, we need a team at that point. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. But guys, thank you so much for being here. You have anything else, Marty?
No, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the nice comments and all the support on these past 2 episodes. You've been putting out a lot of personal shit. So I appreciate you guys always being so nice and just supportive, and we're going to keep it pushing this new year.
Those joints got him because that was the calmest you've ever been. Also, we only smoked 2 joints apiece. They were kind of fatter, but hey.
Not counting those 5 in the ad read.
Oh, yeah. We're dialing it back a little bit. Tried to cuss so hard, but we're still talking. We're still here. We're trying to experiment, guys. You already know. And if you're in the chat and you're watching, you're already part of this community and you know exactly what's going on with us. You know exactly where it took and what it took to get here. So thank you for being here. Looking at these thumbnails, I gotta get outside more, man. So much more fun doing videos, just going places. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm all off topic. Thank you guys so much for being here. Do us a favor. Go follow the Instagram, the Dope as Usual podcast. Excuse me. Go follow the Twitter, go follow the TikTok, and obviously Dope as Usual podcast clips. What are we at, 70K?
Yep, just passed it.
Thank you guys, because our watch time is high. People are here to stay. You guys are hanging out with us. Thank you. All right, we've been here for 2 hours. We appreciate you. For Marty and I, guys, this has just been a catch-up episode, solo, talking about a bunch of random things. And, dude, that flew by.
Yeah, it did.
It did, huh? It really flew by.
You never have a heart out.
Oh, yeah, because I actually have to leave, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. For Marty and I, this has been the Dope as Usual podcast. If you have a homie that hasn't watched, send him an episode. Send him your favorite episode. Actually, what's your leave it in the comments. What's your favorite episode? One. Pick one. Put the season or the number or the name. I want to know what your guys' favorite episode is because the GOAT episode's our biggest one yet.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite one? Yeah. All
I'm
right.
interested to know that too.
Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. For Marty O'Neill, now this has been the Dope as Usual podcast. Have a dope ass day.
So you can. Perfect. Perfect.